Hel- Hello, hello. Welcome to ARC for round 3 of season 11 here at Silverstone. Not really sure. The game is putting up some nice music for us to listen to. Hopefully, I'm speaking loud enough over it. If not, please just let me know in chat. My name's Let's Talk Golf. We're here at Britain for a short qualifying, followed by a 50% race. I'll pull up our standings for us. In the lead is Ginger with two very nice races to start the season with a first and a third, followed by Swinny G, who won last race, and it looks like we're going to have some pretty good title fight at the top here. Uh, with all these drivers. In the lead in the constructors, we have Haas with a pretty commanding lead so far, but a lot of points to still be gotten with a long season here, 13 rounds. So there's a lot of time to be made up, and we will see where we go. All right. And my game keeps pausing me out. So let's see. Get my track stuff up. Alright, so we have an only out on the track will be the first driver to come around. Here in Silverstone, I've been told the strategy is medium hard or hard medium, depending on how you want to start. Most people, I think, would want to start on the hards because it's a little tougher to come out of the pits with them. But we got a ton of drivers filtering out. I'm going to try to keep track so we can fly through these laps. Thank you for that, Ham. So, fun track here. A lot of people know the corner names. I don't, so if you expect me to say them, I will not know them. I know some of them. I think this is Maggots and Beckett's. And then I don't know what the straight this is called, but let me get rid of some of these extra things I've got going here. And I don't know why our leaderboard is humongous now. But we're going to ride on board with only through this first lap here at Silverstone. It's important to get a very good exit out of here, get some good traction to really start your lap. We're going to have some people backing up in Sector 3, but only will start us off here coming down the Hamilton Straight. Hits it. It seemed like he wasn't full throttle, but pretty close. He's going to have a little bit of traffic in front of him. Do 2, 3. He comes out there nice. Tough to get traction out of that. And we'll head down the main straight. Traffic getting out of his way. Good job there from, I didn't see that player name, but it looked like a Red Bull. No, it was a Ferrari. Tough section here. Can lose and pick up a lot of time depending on how you're going. Caught it a little bit there, but now he's going to come down into Cops here. Tricky with the new cars. Yeah, pretty big lift. And still runs wide. Somehow doesn't invalidate. But probably lost a decent amount of time there. Looks like we had a spin from Max in the back. Maybe. Or slippery. He's going to try to get a slipstream down this long straight. With these people about to start a lap in front of him, he could get held up a little bit. The Mercedes in front of him, I believe, is average. We're going to go up. He got out of the way nicely, but sacrificed his lap. And that's a 128.6. I think what I was seeing was high 127s, maybe low 128s for pole. Let's see who we got coming across. We got Swinny, winner of our last race here. And the action up in, and they're going to come quickly here. Martin with a 128.2. 120 is a 128.1, takes the pole position. Let's see if I can find Rogue. Rogue is one of our faster drivers too. He's coming through 104.352 through 2 sectors. A lot of yellow flags, a lot of people trying to get out of the way. Or did we lose someone right at the start-finish line here? It's a Haas. It's kind of stood still. Average, bringing it into 127.7. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe it's going to be the... let me check that. And Rogue into P5. Let's see if we have... Who do we have on the back? Oh, that was the wrong button. We got Lawrence, who's invalidated. Cam Bourne, who is now our new McLaren driver. He'll be taking over for Decora. He seems to be on a lap here. It looks like he's on a lap. He's got a little traffic. The traffic gets out of the way nicely coming through this tough section. Now, really got to slam on the brakes, turn it in here, hit the apex nicely so you can get some good traction out. Little slow, could have used a lot more exit there, but a good start. 7th. We got him on an out lap. Fiji is out of gas. Let's see if I can find that. Maybe Mr. Ultra. Mr. Ultra ran a lap. I don't know if he's running another lap here. Let's see. He did open up the DRS, so he'll be going down the straight here. Little wide. Really hammered the brakes there. Gonna be tough to keep up the speed, and lost a decent amount of time there just because he ran a little deep into the first turn and just hit the brakes a little too hard to recover. But he comes down into cops here. Sets it up nicely, turns it in, was able to keep it on track, unlike only. He'll come into these tough section here, Maggots, Beckett's, and onto the straight, but really struggling through that section there. 104.9, that's about almost a second off the high pace. We'll see if he finishes just to get his lap in so he doesn't have to worry about it. Again, tough section here. Got to hit the apex a little too early. It's going to cost him a lot of speed out of this last corner. And he'll be in the 129s. Maybe, yep, 129.2. Let's see. We're going to go on board Ginger. He seems to be early in his lap, so let's pull up Max. Max will be the first to go, and then I'll pull up the Ginger. How is the video and how the audio sounds? If chat can just let me know, I'll adjust if I need to. So Max is going to start his lap here. Max, our reigning constructors champ from last season with Gore, still in the Aston. Hits the apex a little early, but gets out of there nicely. And this is the main part, getting some good traction out of this corner so that you can go. We have some slow traffic and cops. Into that tough section. Let's go. Brings it hard around this corner. Got to be careful on the throttle here and accelerate nicely out. A couple different lines you can take, but he's got a decent lap going here. Let's see how much he lays off. Yeah, with the new cars, you have to. It seems like a downshift and a full, almost gear down off the throttle. It doesn't seem like they're hitting the brakes, just letting off and letting the car turn. He got a little loose through Maggots and Beckett's. Down the straight, he's got one car up there in front of him. Shouldn't be a problem. And good around that corner. And comes around up into 5th. That was not where I was expecting to go. Oh, and Ginger invalidates. Right as I picked him up, he was invalidated. Seemed like he had a decent lap going. Oh, and then, yeah, he just pretty much out of it. Let's see, we got average, or pole sitter. So, he's about to start his lap here. A good, almost 4/10 clear of the next. So, really showing a lot of pace here at Silverstone. And here we go to start a lap. Should be flat through here. He's a little lift, not really, didn't keep it flat, but just a hair of the lift. Lets it slide through there. Got a little deep there. It's going to be tough to get good traction out of this corner. He does, and he's on his way. Sector 1 crash. That's someone I don't know if that's on the left side. I'm not going to look at it. It looks like it's Vinny who's spun in that section. Should be able to get going and not have a problem. So average here through Sector 1 seemed decent. I didn't catch if he was up or down. All the way out on the grass to start that, and you could see how much more he held it than everyone else. He really, while he let go and went down a gear, the revs on his car didn't go too bad. Good through there, and he's got some great pace coming out. A 103. He is almost a 10th and a half up on his previous time, which was now, as the action, as I just saw it, the action almost caught him, but he's a 10th and a half up on that. Comes into the final corner. Beautiful apex there. Really lets the car turn. Got a little deep and made him go shallow on the next. Probably lost a decent. He probably could have found a little more time, but a 127.5 is just a fantastic lap. Martin has spun. Let's see. Cam is out of gas, it looks like. Sector 1 issues. So, as we... let's pick up Swinney. He is just coming out of the pits. Thank you for that 28th month of subscribing on a 12-month streak. Thank you, Kogan, for that subscription. Let's see. So let's just go down the order as Swinney gets ready for his flying lap and see if what he can do on his second flying lap and see if he can keep close. You've got average at 127.5, action at 127.8, and then you're into the 128s. 128 flat from Fiji. Our current leader, Ginger, has not set a lap, and he's out on track. So we're gonna follow along as Swinney comes across the line, and I believe Ginger is on a lap right now. I will try to get up to him. We'll see how Swinney goes through the first sector. Got a little loose, got a decent amount of traffic here. We'll see if the McLaren, that was an interesting move by the McLaren. And now the Ferrari. Let's see if the Ferrari got a little loose because of that. I don't know how much it affected him. We'll see how much he is down. He's a good 10th down, but that's still a decent amount off. We're going to just jump up quickly up here to Ginger. That's not Ginger. This is Ginger. Ginger with traffic of his own. Also invalidated. Unfortunate for Ginger. He's really got to figure something out and get a lap in. Being the leader, you really need to keep setting pace, but also not, a last place is going to be tough to come back from here at Silverstone. Swinney with the good traction through there, but only a 10th up. It's going to be tough. you know, having to find 6/10 almost, 5/10 in this last sector. Yeah, you know, maybe he had 2 good sectors and 1 bad, but we'll see. He's going to come into this last turn here. Hits the apex nicely. Got turned over for enough. Oh, that was beautiful. Well done through there. And let's see if he can pull it off. It's a 127. So he did find almost 2/10 in that last sector alone. But still a good 3/10 off average. We got action starting a lap here. And then we'll pick up Ginger for his lap to see if he can pull it off at the very end there. Here comes the action through this section. We got a couple of issues. So the action only 600's up, but you know, it's still in good pace here. We've got hold on an out lap. Here comes the action through cops. Really turned in way too early, which let him run a little too wide. He corrected it nicely, but gonna lose time there. Sets up beautifully for that corner. Gets out. Maybe get a little slipstream. That Red Bull's not paying attention. Almost hit him. And he'll come into this last section. I did not catch his time because I was so worried about him getting hit. Kind of catches the curve there. Kind of runs him a little deep, but he comes out okay with it. Turns the last couple corners. That's a 127, 572. So close, but still 300ths off of average's pace. I don't think he'll have time to run another lap, so we're going to have a lot of people coming fast and quick. So let's do this quickly before we run out of time. We got a bunch of people on out laps. Let's see where Fiji is. Fiji's going into the pits. He won't be able to run another lap. So we got a bunch of people on out laps and people coming in. So I'm going to leave it with Ginger for now. Since he's our leader right now for after 2 rounds. But he needs to find a good lap here. A safe lap. Get him into the 120, low 128s. Our leaders, Average, Action, Swinney, Fiji, Only, Martin, Max, Rogue, Stewie, and Cam Bourne. Again, I know we have a bunch of people on laps, but I figure we keep with our championship leader right now. Early in the season, can't have big mistakes like this, but it definitely hurts for a long season. So here we go. Let's see what he can do. We got Slippery out on track. Hopefully that doesn't affect it. Comes in here. Nice turn. A lot of traffic in front of him again. I don't know who's on a hot lap, who's not. I would imagine... Oh, there's a big spin in front of him, which kind of helps with the traffic. And the other person will get out of the way. That looks to be the Alpine nicely getting out of the way there. Let's see. Can he hook up this lap? It looks pretty good so far. We got a yellow flag in front of him. We do not worry about double yellows in this league. Or else he would be screwed right now. Lucas, I believe, was that double yellow, and he got disqualified for going the wrong way. Make sure he stays inside that line. Probably lost a little time, but again, he just needs a 128 flat, or something, so that he's not starting at the back. Ooh, that was close. He almost, not only did he almost invalidate, he almost spun there. Coming down through the last sector here, Average goes for the 127.4. That should be pole. I do not see anybody behind him that can beat them except maybe Cam. Cam is also on a lap, but I don't know. No, he's on 1 lap old softs. I would imagine he's out. So he comes around 127.9. What a lap to hold it together up into 4th. Like I said, I think Cam's going in, so that will be our grid. Average with pole showing some great pace at 127.426. The action 127.572. Swinney with a 127.833. And Ginger on his last chance, on his last tire with a 127.9. Big lap for the championship. I know it's early. I know there's a lot of racing, but he did not have a lap on the board. And starting P20, it's a rare full grid for us here at ARC Tier 1. We've been trying to get them. We usually have 18 or 19, but we have 20 tonight. And there's some good drivers in here to put in that lap on the last ditch effort. Very good lap. So, again, average, action, Swinney, Ginger, Fiji, only Martin, Rogue, Max, Van are your top 10. Here, it does not matter with your tire selection. So we'll see what everyone pulls up. So we had one guy DSQ'd. Otherwise, a pretty clean. We'll see later if there were any big reports. But a good start so far. And let's see what they can do in the race. We've got... I didn't even ask. I want to say it's 36 laps. I could be wrong. As your commentator, you probably should know that. But sorry, I don't. As for the weather, it looks like it's overcast. No chance of rain from what I see. So we will see. Chat, we got our prediction time. What do we think? How many safety cars? And then, who do we have winning? All right. The Swinney GW. Looking for back-to-back. In good position up there at P3. Not a ton of time to make a pass into turn 1. Could be in a little trouble with people behind him, but people love Swinney. It's the Swinney show in chat right now. Until I call him Sweeney, and then, you know, people get mad at me. All right. Let's make sure we have... Oh, that's not the button I want to hit. Let's see. We've got... Get to interview, position change. We want the tires. All right. Update of telemetry. There you go. Oh. Interesting. I can pull up the telemetry of drivers. That's fantastic. That's very nice. So, strat, hard, medium seems to be the going strat right now. A bunch of people on the mediums, a bunch of people on the hards. We got 3 people on the mediums and 4 on the softs. You know, the strat, medium, hard, medium, soft, hard. Maybe they're hoping for a safety car. Maybe they're hoping to take some positions and then pit and get some open air. We'll see. We will see. So let's get rid of. Oh. Okay. So I'm gonna start middle of the pack. That's not the middle of the pack. That will be somewhat in the middle of the pack. We'll start on max. 11, 12, 17. So we've got 3 people with telemetry issues. Unfortunately for them, they will be receiving penalties at the from the FIA. That is Vinny, Stewie, and Apasendado. in 17th. All right, so here we go. We're coming here to the start line, finishing that formation lap. Oh, there were some DSQs there. They had to be. Oh, sorry. DSQs because they can't get into the pit box correctly. Getting red, so they're at the back. So we have Ginger Fiji only, all starting at the back of their grid spots. We're going to start on only, and this is just a fantastic move, but we got 5 lights on, holding him a while, and away we go. Down the stretch, I love this camera angle. It's fantastic. Fiji spinning his tires a lot. We got some great moves by the Red Bull of Rogue. There was some action in the back. Red Bull is off. Is that great move by Rogue, and he is now off. So a tough start, and we have no issues with safety car or anything like that. So we're racing here. Swinney up into first. Sorry I missed that, but there was so much action going on with Fiji and that terrible camera angle. But Swinney has now pulled out the lead. Ginger is out. That is a virtual safety car. I see Ginger way over in the corner there. Maybe we'll pass Rogue here. Let's see if we can get his onboard as he goes past. That is a weird place to lose it. So he must have got tapped in the back left and went flying across. Swinney with a huge gap now. And Swinney is going into the pits with no damage. So this must be, this is a move. It's a full safety car. Full safety car is out. Sorry, I missed that. We got speeding into the pit lane from Vinny. That's going to up. Another severe collision going into the pit lane. That's going to be some nice penalties and so on. So let's check the positions. Cam Bourne up 11 spots. Lucas Garcia up 12. Sam G up 9. So sorry I missed the full safety car. They must have pulled it out as I was trying to get a picture of where Ginger was. We got some speeding in the pit lanes. Penalties. I imagine that people are going to try to take hards to the end. Lawrence has gone on softs, which means he's going to drive around and then pit again for hards. So, looking at this, big changes. Who's the big losers? Swinney. It looked like Rogue had a great jump at the start and got spun. So, tough. He had such a great jump. I think they went 3 wide through turn 1. And it's just tough here at Silverstone to make that work, especially when you're starting a little farther back. We've had people stop. I would imagine these people are going to stop again, serve their 5 seconds, and take that off the board. I would expect Lawrence, who's on the softs, to pit again. But what a start, and our championship leader now out of this race. You know, I talked a lot about how he put in such a fantastic lap just to get up into P4. But just a lap 1 incident takes all that work away. While we got some time, let's talk about our sponsors. We have partnered with Driver 61. They did a fantastic little tutorial session for our Tier 3 a couple seasons ago. I was actually part of it. I learned a decent amount about racing side by side, racing, you know, getting out of corners, things like that. Very small things, but if you head over to driver61.com and use ARC driver61, you can get 25% off their services. Feel free to go and check them out, and see if they can help you with your driving. I know, you know, it was such a help for me. And then our other one is Grid Finder. Ever looking for a league? Need want to get into more league racing? Look up Grid Finder. We're on there. We run 3 tiers: Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm sorry. We run 3 tiers: Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. This is our tier 1. These are our best drivers. We have a very good competition here in tier 1. Tier 2 is our intermediate drivers. People still using some assists, but not all assists. Or people just that are trying to get better, trying to get fast. Feel free to check us out. Find one of our links on our site, on our Twitch page for our Discord, and we can get you taken care of. Alright, safety car is in. We're going to back up the pack here. The action will take us away. I believe we still have 1 penalty, but a couple people still on softs. Very surprised by that. And the action seems like he wants to go. He's going to check it up a little bit, but it looks like he wants to go. He spun a little bit, spun his tires a little bit, and here comes Cameron Bourne. Cameron Bourne in his first race, up a lot of positions on mediums against the hards. He's going to have to get this move done and try to drive away, and he's doing it. He is going for it into turn 3 here. Cuts a corner. He's got him in his rear view mirror. Let's see. Gets good traction with his mediums, and he just has so much more grip. Oh, Max with the big spin. That's going to bring him down the field. Back up to Cam Bourne. The action. Cam Bourne all over the place to try not to give the action a slipstream. He just got to realize he's got better tires right now. He just needs to start driving away. We got Max still at the back there. Can't seem to get his tires moving in the correct direction. He'll let them sit there for a second and get started again. Cam Bourne, again, already a second ahead. He really needs to just drive away. If he can drive away for a little bit, get a nice... He's going to have to pit. He's on the opposite strategy, so he needs to really make these mediums work and get some... get clear of the DRS so he doesn't drag these hard runners along. If we look back, we got Lucas Garcia, and Sam and Vans, and a nice little train here all the way back to 15th. So from 5 to 15, all within a second of each other. Let's see if Swinney is going to make this move. He's going hard around the outside. He's going to have the inside for the next corner. And he's going to hopefully drive away. He's still got him on the corner there. Okay, he's... Oh, and a spin in front of him is going to help from Ultra. That will send Ultra to the back, or close to the back. We have Vinny retiring into the pits. Rogue with fastest lap on his softs. He did not catch back up to the pack, it looks like. Alright, so again, a lot of close driving here. Slippery has fallen out of the DRS-ish train that hasn't started yet because we're not in DRS zone here. Martin trying to hold on to Fiji. The action still holding on here. Sector 1 we have an issue because the car is coming back out on the track even though we retired into the pits. Let's see what we got here. The action all over Cam Bourne. And Cam's going to try to weave a little bit to kill this slipstream, but unfortunately, he was not able to get away on those nice, newer, fresher mediums. And the action is just going to ride his coattails all the way. He's got these hards. If these two can work together and just try to pull a gap, it's going to be a good thing for action. And We got a Sector 3 issue, a spin from Ultra again. Cam Bourne already 3-second penalty. That's going to hurt. Oh, we got another safety car. Another safety car. We're going to try to figure out what happened here. I didn't see a DNF. I'm sorry, I just completely missed that. So with this safety car, everyone's driving to a Delta. The big thing here, and I'm going to take off telemetry for a little bit. We'll look at these Deltas. Can't really tell what that Delta is. Interesting. On your looking at the cockpit view, the Delta is not an actual Delta. It is a lap time, which is interesting. Ooh, 5-second penalty to Will for crossing the pit exit. I'm surprised here. I would be. I think everyone's got to go to the hards. This, I think, works really well for Cam Bourne here. Because he's made his pit stop now. And he can make it to the end. Lawrence has made his 2 pit stops. He does not have to pit again. So, we'll see what happens here. Lucas, I would imagine, should go to the hards. So, Cam goes to the hards. Lucas should be going to the hards here. No, I believe the mediums could go, people were saying it could only go 15 to 18. And the softs were just not good enough to go 8 to 10. So 7th place, Stewie is on private telemetry. I think I called out the other 2 that were on private telemetry. Unfortunately, it's not going to show it to me later, but yes, this is true, Breezy. The hard runners that have started the play would have been to do what Lawrence did. You give up spots early, but then you don't have to pit again. So what Lawrence did was he went on the softs and then went right back onto hards on that first safety car, knowing he could take the hards to the end. Cam is the de facto leader because of that. Now, lots of things can happen. And some people saying that safety cars were not a thing in this game and that they had fixed their issues. I don't know what caused that safety car. I'd like to know. But there was no DNF from what I could tell. We already had 3 people DNF'd. Maybe there was a DNF from... Because Vinny had DNF'd into the pit lane. And he was the 3rd DNF. So there was no DNF for this safety car. I don't know what caused it. Okay. Okay, so Swinney is the de facto leader right now. And he's got Lawrence on his back and Cam. So it really just depends. Cam's got a 3-second penalty. The way I'm looking at it now, we're at lap 8. Swinney has 16% on 6 lap old. So that's about 3% a lap. It's under 3% a lap, but it's 3% a lap. So if we have, don't quote me on this, if we have 19 laps left, that is a lot of math to do. I think it's 57% added to his 16%. So So trying to do math on stream, very smart idea. And thank you, Tors, for asking for the telemetry. Yeah, Tors, his only problem is that he picked up that 3 second. And if he's picked up a 3 second in 8 laps, Will has retired from session. He spun coming out of turn 1, or he did that and his car stopped. Either way, it should be cleared by the time the safety cars are around, so we should be getting back to racing. Yeah, but so he's looking at 70% tire wear compared to Camborne, like Tor said, Camborne. Thank you, Snow. I missed me too. I took a nice needed vacation though. Safety car's in. Here we go. The action is going to get us started. He got a decent start, but he spun his tires last time. Fiji's all over him this time. Oh, he spun again. Fiji's going to be able to make the move. Oh, he had to back up, and this is going to give Martin... Oh, wow. Wow, that was pretty close. Fiji is just driving through the back of the action right now. Only 2-3 seconds. Penalties on the board. Fiji's getting a good run down here into this corner. He'll probably... Can he set him up for the next corner? Are we going to have a repeat of 2021 Silverstone where he tries to make this move in the cops? He did not get a good exit, but he's got the slipstream. He is using the ERS. All right. Swinney. So we have Lawrence and Hart, two of our very, very fast drivers. Hart, we've been told, was a China esports winner. And then you've got Lawrence, who usually does last the first challenges in the dry and can get pretty close to the lead. The drivers in Tier 1 have decided to step up their game and not let him do that as much anymore. So, Swinney, Lawrence, Hart, Cam Board making a move back here, but I think that was a spin by Average and a 10-second time penalty. Whew. Great qualifying from Average. Very average race. Yes, I was waiting to use that all the time. Swinney getting a run down here. So let's see, we got Fiji again back up top. I'm going to watch on from Martin to see how this progresses. Actually just taking a different line there, which is giving him a better exit. And it's causing Fiji to really have trouble staying close to get to cops, which is not a bad thing, so that he doesn't dive down in cops. But let's see if he can make... Comes through Maggots and Beckett's. Really needs to focus on his exit here so that he has a lot more speed. Oh, and there's a little twitch from Action. He just won't have enough speed. He turns off the ERS to save it a little bit, and we'll go another lap. And we'll should be starting the DRS DRS this lap. So as the action passes, we'll see if DRS gets enabled. Last time I think it was only enabled for like 1 second, and then it looks like we are not DRS enabled. Thank you, Snow. I know you love my jokes. Okay, so that's slowed down a little. Let's see Swinney. Call him Swinney. He comes around this corner. This is a, you got the AlphaTauris. Oh, and well, I said we had the AlphaTauris, and there goes Only sliding to the left. He'll have to make sure he rejoins safely. But that gives Swinney here a good chance, a good run at Van. Van, a previous Tier 1 champ. Let's see what he has to offer in the defense down this big straight. Van being smart, making sure his exit out of here is perfect. And I think it was good enough to give him enough space. It looks like he's going to get run down, though. Nope, he did a very, very good job. Lawrence, Swinney, not a very good job there. Lawrence and Hart really closed up on him there. So he'll have to go back to the drawing board back at that time and figure out how he can really get through Maggots and Beckett so that he can overtake down that long straight. You know, really two main spots you can overtake are the DRS spots, and it's all about the exits out of these turns. So much closer here, but you can see he just doesn't have the same traction as Van, who's actually on 1 lap older hards, which probably means they're 1 lap better. The hards seem to get better and better for 20 laps before they finally start to fall off. Let's see, what else do we have here? You've got Swinney really close again. Van ran a little wide there. I don't know if he got picked up a warning. It seems like he might have, according to the telemetry. He's following a little better, but he's just... Okay, here it is. Much better exit. Solid, and that should be an easy pass. The question is he going to drag Lawrence with him? They're going to go wide around this corner. Lawrence might have set up for a switchback. He did not. We'll see if he can pull it off coming into this corner. He thought about diving in down on the inside. He did not. Going to look for a better exit out of here, but not able to get it done. So Swinney passed up into 4th. Cam Bourne, another penalty. That's going to hurt a lot. He was doing a good job staying with these guys, but in this DRS train, picked up yet another penalty. That could cost him his race. Because as of now, you got Swinney, who is the de facto leader, and Lawrence got such a better exit than Van, and it's just run him down on that long straight, even with both of them having DRS. I would imagine Hart will try to follow this up. Van is really starting to struggle, really starting to slip, and here we go. We're going to go down into Cops. Where they go too wide. Now he held off. I'll call it a veteran move to hold there. Look to pick him up here out of Maggots and Beckett's and down the straight here. Van just runs a little deep again, and you can see how much more speed Hart has coming out of that turn and is able to make the overtake, even though both have DRS that whole straight. You've got Max on softs trying to catch Cam, but it does not seem. Cam would be the next. So Fiji, there's a Sector 3 crash, it looks like. He's in the middle of the road. He'll try to get out of the way. He did nicely. So back to the top here. Action holding off nicely, Fiji. We've got Martin staying in DRS with them. It looks like we have ERS. Martin is just saving his ERS, which there's no reason if he stays in the DRS. Fiji kind of loses action a little bit here, hoping to pick him back up and stay in the DRS. You got Lawrence back up on Swinney. Hart still with him. We'll go back with Cam. Oh, and Max Oh, Max pitted for fresh mediums. Well, that was one way to take that turn. He bailed out. Stewie with 3-second penalty. The penalty is starting to come in a little more here. So Cam won't get that move done. We got Lawrence and Swinney. And you got the action in Fiji. Both kind of at the same range. Hart has kind of lost touch with the two here. He's still in DRS, so he's not in terrible shape. Biding his time. Swinney is losing time to the front two. Oh, and there's a spin by Martin. Martin with a big spin there. That's going to cost him, and he's got to be careful coming off. Rejoining there. Well, this is an interesting dilemma for Cam. Cam seems to be running a little higher wings. He was not able to get a move done, even though Van did not have DRS. You know, the detection point didn't give it to him because Martin Sanchez had spawned, so he had to deal with Sanchez coming back. But that, again, doesn't change much. Swinney at the top is your net leader. He's only 3 seconds back. The other two still have to pit. So even with a safety car, he'll still be in the lead. But he's got to hope for no safety car. And the action's going in now. Going in for the mediums. Fiji's going to stay out. And Martin's in. Lucas Garcia picks up a 3-second. Yes, no, I will be racing tomorrow in Tier 2. Feel free to join us again tomorrow night with your commentators. I believe it will be Ginger and Gore, possibly. Hopefully we have a stream, but we should. And you can check out Tier 2 racing. Again, Swinney not really making up any time here. So he doesn't need to, but he does need to pay attention to Lawrence behind him. And Hart behind them. If we go a little farther back, you've got Cam on Van within his DRS. And this is where Cam has been having a little trouble following to make a pass. Just going so hard through there that you know, I don't think he's close enough. 5/10 and losing time coming out. So he'll have to figure out a better strategy through that section to try to really make the move. Last time I said that, though, the person then figured it out the next lap, so we'll keep an eye on there. Pretty spread out in the back. You've got only is going to get past. Sam dives into the pit, so Only's up into 9th. Otherwise, behind is pretty clear. Oh, that's another. That's a spin for Slippery. The Aston's having a little trouble with their driver, Slippery, filling in for our reigning World Driver Champs, Gore, who was not able to make it tonight. But pretty boring. So we got Cam is a little closer this time to his DRS. So Cam seems to have pretty good work in Sector 1. He just needs to clean up. That is a spin, another spin by Ultra. And then Ultra crashes into his teammate, Average. Oh, that's big, and Only is there. I'll switch back to that. It looks like that's caused some major damage. Mr. Ultra has full damage. Average only has very little. So they got away with that outside the penalty for Ultra. But the Mercedes not giving each other enough room or not paying attention and unsafe rejoin. We'll see if that goes to the FIA or if they deal with that internally over there. Bono will not be happy. Bono? I don't know why I called him Bono. Toto will not be happy. I don't know why I called him Bono. Thank you, Torch. That's what I was looking for. Alright, so Swinney, now your race leader. And if we go back, I don't think... So Cam, Bourne in 4th, will now be 3rd once Van has to pit. By Van, I just stay out as long as possible. And see if he can... so yeah, you're looking at 3 people who have already pit and don't have to pit again. Stewie is in 4th, net P4 right now. What? That is, you know, haven't talked about him, but he's just minding his business back there. He's back on 10-lap old mediums. I don't know if those are going to get to the end. It's going to be interesting, but he's got his teammate right behind him with Fiji right behind him. You know, that will be interesting to see what type of team orders are played there. And then you had Hart pit to the mediums. He's a good 4 seconds back from Fiji. So you're looking at your podium is probably right now without even with the safety cars looking like a good Swinney, Lawrence, Cam. As it stands right now, Van still having to pit. There is a that looks like Lucas. Yep, Lucas Garcia off through that section. And he's about to get lapped. Listen, we all have our moments. I've had about 30 of them tonight. So Van picks up a 3 second. I believe Cam already has a 3. Oh, Cam has 6 seconds, so that could make a difference. Average shot has a 10-second penalty for a spin and then crossing. I would imagine FIA might see that as not needing to penalize that and take it away. But he also has a 3 second, and Oli is all over him. So let's find our next battle here. That's a Cam into the pits. Sorry. Cam is into the pits. He did not feel his hards could go all the way. That is the decision. He's going to go behind. He'll be on softs for 6 laps. And he has fallen all the way back to 11th. Right behind Average, who also went to softs, but I believe Average actually had to pit. So they're not out of the pits yet. They are just coming out of the pits now. That is a big... I don't know. That's a big mistake from Cam and Average, but I wasn't following Average's tires. You got 60% on the top 4, 6 laps to go on hards. Like I said, they're going to be in the 70s. Based on that quick math I did. I think I did. They were at 16 and I said 57, so what's that, 73? So 73% if my math is correct, and it holds that way. Swinney holding Lawrence back here. He's actually got him out of DRS. Now he's back in DRS. Van has not pitted. He is going into the pits now. Only is going to stay out. So right now, Fiji is going to inherit this podium for Haas, but he has the action all over him. And Stewie has fallen back on those 12-lap old mediums. Unfortunately, Stewie's thing's private, so we can't see how much tire wear he has. But Max has 7-lap old mediums, and they're at 34%, so double that. He's in the 60s. Maybe try to get to the end. I don't know. Hope for a safety car. Keep his position. It's kind of hard to tell where everyone is right now with these stops. So Ole's the only one that hasn't stopped. When Van stopped in front of him, he's all the way back to 11th with the average all over his bumper. And they're going for the hard softs. So hard soft doable. Ole has spun a decent amount. I think he has 2 spins, if I caught that correctly. He may only have 1, but it was a pretty bad one from what I remember. Van, on the other hand, I'm not exactly sure where he was. So the hard softs, doable, but they do not seem to be the best strategy right now. Only into the pits. You've got Swinney, Lawrence, Fiji, and the action on Fiji for the final podium spot. No penalties from what I see. Only 1 warning on the action. The action from a couple seasons ago, if you've been with us for that long, he just, he is very consistent and does not get penalties. And I believe it led him to a championship in season 9. I could be wrong about that. My memory is a little fuzzy, but I believe he did end up winning season 9, and it was like with drives like this where no penalties, kept it under control, stayed out of trouble. They have 22 seconds to the top 2. This is a race for 3rd. The action on 2-lap older tires, which equates to 15% more, 14% more. Average with another 3-second penalty. Looking back, you got Average who just picked up that penalty, and he was pretty much even with Van. Now he's going to have to get past Van and on worse tires and get 3 seconds further in front. That's a tough order. And Van's got a lot more ERS than him. So I expect Van to kind of start pulling away there. So this will be our only battle that really is worth watching. Swinney doing a fantastic job staying in front of Lawrence. Cam Bourne, 5-second speeding penalty. Retires in the pits. There is nobody coming, so even if it gives him the full treatment of the pit stop and sends him back out, it could affect the race, as I say that. So if his car comes back out, you got the top 2 coming around. As I'm saying this, Hart has joined this 3-way battle now for the last podium spot. This is not good. We've got a car coming out of the pit. We got the top 2 coming around the start-finish line. Oh, down the Hamilton straight. They're going to see this car coming out of the pits. Hopefully they both can get out of the way of it, and the car decides to get out of its way. That is an interesting place to stop. But it seemed to not affect Swinney. But it did not give Lawrence DRS. So, unfortunate timing there. We're going to hop back here. We'll ride on board with Hart. Hart with really good pace, and there's a issue. Lucas is spun again. Nope, just trying to stay out of the way. Maybe he did spin, but doing a good job staying out of the way so that he does not affect this battle up here. Where Hart is going to try to steal the podium from both the Action and Fiji. Fiji and the Action seem to be battling, if I'm not mistaken. Help me out, chat, but I believe Fiji and the Action have been battling this whole race. And just unfortunate with the another spin, this one from Slippery. Oh, what an exit. Oh, squeezed by the Action. Not enough ERS, but he's going to hold it down the inside. Pushes the Action way wide. Gave him enough space, though, and the Action is now behind him. And this is all being done on similar... Oh, almost a big spin there, but he holds it together. And now he's got one more place to go. But, yeah, the Action Fiji, I'm pretty sure, have been battling pretty much all race. And if it wasn't for those safety cars and the pit strategy of Lawrence and Swinney, I mean, this could be a much closer race, and actually probably is more for the Fiji and the Action, but it's just unfortunate. You know, the safety cars, you know, they didn't take advantage or lose the track position to get the extra time, and it's going to cost them probably a podium for both of them. And again, Hart has just got a run, and Lawrence has made this move. He has said, enough of this. One lap to go. I'm going to watch Hart overtake Fiji, maybe? He doesn't have any ERS. I don't know how he's going to pull this off, but in front of him, Fiji doesn't have ERS either. Getting a slipstream into the turn here. In the Stowe corner. Stays behind him, but will he get a better exit? I'm going to go on board. Sorry to cut this battle out. We're going to go on board with Swinney and Lawrence, as this is our battle for the finish. Swinney has pitted lap in the first safety car, and since then has just driven nice and clean. It has to be said, this is that two cars that are tangled up together there? It is not. Sam G had spun. So Lawrence, can he make the move here? He has 24%. Oh, Swinney got such a better exit. It's going to be tough. Swinney has no battery, though. It's going to be a pass. It's Lawrence into Stowe. Swinney, is he going to dive down the inside? No. Lawrence cuts that off. Oh, brakes really late. Goes around the outside. What a move. He just won't have the traction. Oh, what a try, though. That is... And Hart with the same move down the inside. Let's see if Fiji tries to fight it back down the inside. He's going to go for it. He's got a DRS. Oh, they hold it together. A little bumping. Oh, and Fiji, could Fiji lose it? No, the Action loses it. Oh, the Action. What a finish to this race. The Action has spun, and it's cost him a position. What a finish. 2 moves right at the end. Lawrence to take the win, with Swinney giving it his all with a late braking around the outside. Wow, that was exciting. And then Hart down the inside of Stowe takes Fiji, and Fiji was not able to get it done down the inside. A little contact, but they both drive away safely. We're asking for a Swinney interview. Um, while I would love to do interviews, I'll do an interview. Okay. Give me a sec. I gotta get some important stuff here. Whee! Get the race incidents. Okay, let's get more. There's a lot of track limits for Camborne at once. All right. What a fantastic race. This is correct. The real winner tonight. The no bugs that showed up in our lobby. A fantastic race. Let's get to an interview here. If I can find him. We will pull Swinney in. Driver interviews. Here we go. Hey, Swinney. How's it going?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going
Good.
good. I've want to bring you in for a quick interview. Talk through the race. A fantastic race from you.
Yeah.
You know, unfortunately not able to get that win, but that was a bold move around the outside in that last corner. I thought you might
Yeah,
pull it
I had to
off.
go for it. Yeah, I had to.
Well, talk me through your race. Well, let's start with qualifying. You know, how you felt qualifying went, and
Yeah, sure. Qualifying, not so well. I had a couple people like spin in front of me in my hot lap, so it was just kind of unfortunate. So I got P3 at the start, and then I was like, I figured I might as well run kind of a risky strategy. I started on the mediums and kind of just hoped for a safety car. Luckily, there was one on lap one, so I switched to hards and rode those out for the rest of the race.
yeah, I mean that was an impressive. You know, I didn't pick it up on stream. I picked up that Lawrence did it by switching to the softs and then back to the hards. I didn't realize you had started on the mediums.
Yeah,
Fantastic, and that, you know, that definitely led to a huge advantage for you guys. You guys racing 20 seconds ahead. How
yeah.
how was it having Lawrence on your back for that? You know.
Oh man, it was tough. I was just constantly trying to like maybe like dump a little bit of ERS out of like certain corners to just try to keep him out of DRS. But man, he's quick, so eventually he caught up.
Yeah. Well, let's see. I'm gonna quickly pull up my standings here, because that's gonna put you, you know, a good result there for you. You know, lot of racing still to go, but um, I believe with Ginger's DNF, that's gonna put you in up there at the top of the drivers' championship. And how does that make you feel?
Oh, it feels good. It's my first season, and I'm pretty happy with it so far, obviously. But yeah, there's a lot of races to go. So
Sounds good. Well, you've got a lot of fans in chat, so what do you want to say to them?
yeah, love you guys. Thanks. I don't know. Thank
All right,
you.
man. Well, you have a good one, and I will return you to your regularly scheduled programming.
All right,
Well, that's
thanks.
all you're in Austin. Um, well, thanks everyone for joining. It was an exciting Tier 1 race, a couple safety cars, fantastic finish with a couple moves there at the end. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, we have our Tier 2 drivers at Silverstone tomorrow night. We'll have our Tier 3 drivers on Tuesday night. Hopefully, we'll stream both of them. If not, I will catch you guys next week at Baku for round 4 of ARC Tier 1. My name is Lex Talk Let's Talk Golf. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and you guys have a great night.